What is the history of church harm to queer people? Imagine a world where a person's identity could be met with condemnation, exclusion, or even punishment. That's been the reality for many queer individuals within religious communities. The history of harm inflicted by the church on queer people is long and complex. It is rooted in religious teachings, legal systems, and social attitudes that have often marginalized, criminalized, and condemned LGBTQ+ identities. These attitudes have shaped cultural understandings of gender and sexuality, often to the detriment of queer individuals. Many Christian traditions have interpreted biblical texts as condemning same-sex relationships and non-conforming gender expressions. These interpretations have influenced laws and social norms, especially in Europe, where religious authorities worked closely with secular governments to enforce moral codes. For centuries, queer people faced harsh punishments, including public trials, exile, imprisonment, physical punishment, and even death. Sodomy laws, which criminalized same-sex sexual activity, were justified through religious teachings and enforced across many countries. Authorities often collaborated across cities to track and punish offenders, making the threat very real. The enforcement of strict gender roles was another way the church caused harm. Biblical interpretations were used to prohibit women from wearing pants or men from dressing in ways seen as feminine. These rules extended beyond clothing to broader expressions of gender identity. Queer people were often punished publicly for defying these norms, serving as warnings to others. These punishments reinforced the idea that deviation from divine order was unacceptable. European colonial expansion spread these religiously rooted laws and attitudes worldwide. Colonial powers imposed their legal codes on colonized peoples, often erasing indigenous traditions that recognized gender diversity or same-sex relationships without stigma. Today, many former colonies still have laws criminalizing LGBTQ+ identities, often reinforced by local religious groups. Religious rhetoric has also played a role in shaping political and social movements that target queer communities. Some religious groups have supported or inspired laws that impose severe penalties on homosexuality. This has contributed to violence, discrimination, and social exclusion, making many LGBTQ+ individuals feel alienated from their faith communities. Studies show that fewer queer people participate in religious activities and that many feel disconnected from faith institutions. Despite this history, change is happening. Queer theology has emerged as a field that challenges traditional doctrines that have marginalized queer people. It seeks to reinterpret religious stories and practices to affirm diverse sexualities and gender identities. This movement promotes inclusion and spiritual well-being for LGBTQ+ individuals. Understanding this history is essential for creating more welcoming faith communities. It encourages religious institutions to reflect on past harms, reconsider their interpretations, and build spaces where queer people can explore spirituality without fear. This intersection of LGBTQ+ identities and spirituality offers hope for healing, dialogue, and transformation within faith traditions that have historically caused pain.